competitive. 130, 130. Should be working? Okay.
Oh. All right. Well, I think you guys can hear us now. I apologize. We were just under the impression that we were still not being able to be heard from you guys at stream, but at the moment here, I am Benjamin Draper, your caster.
And I'm Matthew Starcher.
And we have been casting for quite a while here, and we apologize you haven't been able to hear us, but we hope everything is working out at the moment here. But Adrian College, they had a sluggish start on their end. Old Dominion was locked in on P2 and P3 as that first rotation, but they just have not had any answers ever since then. And Adrian College on the verge of a victory here, as they've just been able to lock in after giving up those second and third points in that first rotation. And you can see Raw trying to get a shots there, will not get the kill, as Midnight and Love also lose their gunfight. So unfortunate, as Old Dominion had a good start once again in hardpoint, but they just haven't been able to lock in.
Yeah, this is a crucial point right now. Just to try and keep it away from just time management, like this is going to be really crucial if they can try and break this point here. It's not going to be the end of the first round, but it'll be really hard to win from it if you lose up these next few seconds.
We're going to see how things transpire. Love inside of getting kills on their own, being able to take two of the members out of Adrian. You can see that Adrian player chasing Love just a bit, and Love just trying to fend off and heal up, and you can see Static will get a kill himself before he lost his fight. So Old Dominion being able to capture the last 20 seconds of that point and being able to manage to get it down to around a 50-point advantage for Adrian College. I mean, they still hit the 200 mark, but you have to get to 250 to win it overall. And Midnight inside getting a pair of kills, and you can see Raw. Oh my goodness, it would have been nice if Raw could have killed him right before he killed Static at that moment there. But Love will also add another kill. So Old Dominion, they're going to be able to secure P4 and try to see what they can do off of that. And you can see Midnight making sure to maintain. Oh, he could have gotten the second kill though.
Huge crucial point in trying to lock
30-point game now.
Yeah, very, very close game. Raw being able to get that kill there, unfortunately can't, but Midnight, I think, got the kill right back. They still have time on the
They're still getting kills. Old Dominion is battling back here.
Yep, Static getting one, Static getting two. Let's see what we can do from here. Gonna make it probably even with the end of the
good rotation here.
They're gonna start rotating now. They're gonna keep one on the point and try and just swarm.
Secure all the time you can. Try to get the 200.
Try and
you should get the 200. You should. Honestly, they might be able to take the lead here, or they might tie it.
Static calling in the cruise missile. Let's see if we can get anything going here.
Oh my goodness, a 204 tie already, and we're going to get into the next point. Love and Raw getting a kill, but you can see Static not being able to hit on that score streak, unfortunately. And Adrian got the first seconds of that point, but here comes the Monarchs as they got the kills there. And you can see that they're going to get the times, and they will regain the lead once again. Oh, unfortunate timing from Raw there. Oh, but he still gets a kill. That's big, though. Oh, what another big kill from Raw.
Let's see if he can get a third.
Oh, my goodness, what a big trio from Raw. I'm sorry.
Let's see if he can continue.
Getting too excited.
Oh, huge kills coming in from Raw.
Oh, oh my goodness, another trio from Old Dominion.
Oh my, and another one from Love. It's just going to keep going, and another one from Midnight. Oh, and there's the streak ended.
230, they're 20 points away. They're not going to be able to win it off of this point. They're going to have to get the rotation off to the next point, which would be P1 again, which Adrian College has done very well so far on P number 1. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Monarchs will shape up here as Adrian College getting in position, throwing down the trophies. It is going to come down to these next points, as it is a very close game between these two teams at the moment.
Old Dominion split right now. Let's see if they can get a pinch going. Raw pushing up the front. See if he notices one there. Gets the kill. Get a push onto this point. See if he can win the second fun gunfight. And he does. Oh, unfortunate.
This is big. Adrian College can really win the game right here on P1.
Yeah, Old Dominion just going to try and push in and try and fight back here. Raw notices one there. Gets the gunfight loss. Midnight gets one. It's going to be really close here. They're trying to contest this as much as possible. They're trying to go in. They need to not go in one by one. Raw trying to push through. Not able to get anything going.
Adrian College on the verge of victory. They're only 8 seconds away. It's 7 seconds now. They can win it right here. Old Dominion needs to get on site. I don't think that's going to be it. Old Dominion's going to lose this.
Yeah, unfortunate. One.
Unfortunately. I mean, they looked very well at the very beginning, but obviously you couldn't hear us on the comms and whatnot. We were very excited with that start that they had. I mean, we saw in P1 of the very beginning of that game, and P1 in general of that game, Old Dominion just had no answer for it whatsoever. But for P2, P3, and some of P4, I mean, they were able to play pretty well and being able to make this a competitive game. But you can see Raw with his 31 and 26, Static 30 and 23, and unfortunately Midnight and Love, which didn't have the top frags in that game. So you see Raw and Static really carrying the load for this Monarch team in game one, which is a little bit of a surprise, and that's no shade to them. It's just with Love and Midnight, they have so much experience with this team. It just seems like they're more of the top frags for the team. But you gotta love that for those two players being able to bring their competitive edge into this game and really make it a really good map number one, even though it didn't fall their way.
Yeah, I think it was really competitive, really close game. I think it could have gone really either way. It could have been a 50-point game. It could have been a 100-point game. I think there's a few things went our way. It would have just secured it out.
What is your biggest takeaway from that game? I think my biggest takeaway is the fact that they just could not lock in on P1.
Yeah, but I think everyone's firing up on all cylinders. I think everyone would produce really well there, and I think that'll be really good for the next 3, maybe 4 if we go to a game 5. I didn't see anyone really doing too terrible. I think everyone was locking in. I think everyone had good gunfights, had bad gunfights, but
it was just, it's unfortunate because when the Monarchs battled back, even though they were down 40, or I believe it was like 60 points in that span, where it was like 140 to 200, they locked in on P2 and P3, but like right after that, they just lost a bunch of gunfights going forward, especially with the rotation as well. So unfortunate for the Monarchs. I mean, they battled back as much as they could, but it just comes down to those final gunfights. Can you really capitalize on securing the wins and those one-on-ones? And like you mentioned in the game, it seemed like when they were trying to get on the P1 there in that situation at the end of the game, that they were just going in one by one, so they were just getting taken away, and just really just giving kills away to Adrian College because they were just locked in on their angles and being able to solidify that P1 advantage. And they're going to take the map here, so they won map number 1 on Fortress, but now we're getting into our next 2 maps for the rest of the series, because we have back-to-back on Hotel and then back-to-back on Embassy if we do get to games 4 and 5. So we're going to have to see how things will shape up on Hotel Search and Destroy with this Monarch team.
Yeah, I think that was a really good one, and I think the next 2 should be really strong. S&D Hotel. Last time we saw it, we saw a really good game. I couldn't ask for a better game. I hope to continue that here.
But in the meantime, we're going to take a short break and we're going to get things situated and making sure everything is fine for you guys to watch the rest of the series. But at the moment, Adrian College is up in the series 1-0 against the Monarchs in a best of 5. But in the meantime, we're going to take a short break and we will be back for the game number 2 on Search and Destroy Hotel.
This is
All
a-
right, and welcome back, folks. We're back with Old Dominion and Adrian College. Apologies if you heard that little blowing of the nose to start off things. Your caster here is kind of getting over a sickness right now, so apologies.
Old Dominion going to start off with this defensive round. Midnight
Ooh,
with a
big
huge
start.
opening kill. Looks like they're going to try and play for this A bomb site.
Ooh,
Static with a
what a
second
nade.
one. There's going to be one left on this A side, one sitting mid.
And Midnight just
See
got
if
the info.
Midnight. Oh, did Midnight get the info or did he barely just miss?
He's throwing
He
the nade.
did.
There it is.
Midnight
There
able
it
to get the
is.
third one. It's going to be a 3v1. Last remaining person over near this B bomb site. He does not have bomb. It is on A. He's going to have to make this rotation.
And Raw is the lone member there on B, so I mean, he just
Love
lost that one-on-one, unfortunately.
Love probably going to get this info here. Knows that he's top catwalk. Let's see. He's going to go relay that information to his team and then try and just reposition accordingly. Static with a good open with a position here. Able to see this bomb site and bomb, hopefully.
And you can see this Adrian player is at mid at the moment here. Nobody is watching mid as he's by the pillars. If anybody's going to get first action, it's probably going to be Static, as Static is just hanging out by A. And it looks like as he turns away, he might get caught from behind. We'll see. No, he turns away actually again. So coming from front office, here comes the shots, and you can see Midnight throwing down util.
Huge info. It looks like it's going to be a round win here.
There we go.
And there's the gunfight to end it all.
It's a big start. Definitely a start that you needed on Old Minion side, especially with Search and Destroy not being their tough mode. So Old Dominion with the 1-0 advantage here, and you can see nobody having to give up any lives in the process there, which is a big deal for Old Dominion because it kind of keeps them keeps the moral, the mentals high a little bit, knowing that they didn't have to give up anything in that 3v1 situation. They got the kill right off the rip and didn't have to make that round longer than it needed to be. They just had to hold angles and just watch bomb.
Old Dominion played that honestly perfectly. The big opening kills, Midnight and Static both playing the
That was a big nade from Static.
double kill there on that last member, just being able to just, if one loses the gunfight, the other one's there
Ooh.
to end it.
And Raw
Raw
gets caught
losing
from the
his
sniper right
life.
there to start off this round.
We are not fans of snipers. We have been struggling with that lately.
There's the
Losing
kill though.
two gunfights.
Midnight lost his gunfight, but Static will return the favor and will kill Bulu in the process. He tries to dead you out, and he's going to get caught in the process. So it'll come down to Love. 1v3 situation. We mentioned this in the break. You want to see a 1v3 situation out of Love again. Let's see if he can
Let's see if
showcase
he
that
can end
tonight.
it. He's going to see
And
this
this player's going to be
first
from
one.
his right. I don't think he's going to know. He has the info now. He's going to get hit in the process. He's going to throw out some stuns.
The Adrian player also knows. He knows he's probably going to be backstreet. He's going to try and make this rotation to see if he can get this opening kill here. The Adrian player is just going to back off, try and play time. He knows he has
And
to,
the second
he
player
doesn't
is
have
actually
to
starting to
pressure
pinch
anything.
with them as well. You're about to see a pinch from both of these Adrian players that are just trying to cut in on Love at the moment here. And Love needs to figure something out because Bomb is dropped on A.
He does have
So he has to be the aggressor in this situation.
a Semtex if he needs to use it for information. This Adrian team is just trying to not play for any pressure at all right now. They know they don't need to push up. Love getting some info.
And Adrian
Notices
has all the
one
info
there.
they need.
And
It'll
it's
come
just
down to
going
the
to be a
final
round
seconds.
win for Adrian here.
And there it is. Unfortunate for the Monarchs. I mean, they were able to lock in defensively, but Adrian was able to return the favor and lock in defensively themselves. And they do get the round right back, so it's a 1-1 game in a search and destroy game as Love, unfortunately, just had to try to overcome that 1v3, but just could not find any answers for that, and he gets caught in the process there. And same thing with Old Dominion. They go out to the 3-1 advantage. They sit down and hold their angles and just make sure that they don't give up lives that they don't need. And Adrian does the same thing in round number 2. So a mixture of the same formula in the first 2 rounds of this one. And we're going to have to see who is going to break this tie. So Old Dominion back on the defending side once again. We're going to have to see if they can have a stellar round defensively like they did in round number 1.
Yeah, we're going to see Raw with a sniper here. Gets the first shot off, doesn't connect. They're going to go back to this A bomb site. One still lurking around this B bomb site also.
He knows where he is. There it is.
Raw
There's a
getting
big
the
kill.
first opening kill. Has the nade.
Oh!
Gets the hit marker. You don't love to see that.
Oh, he could have got the second kill too.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, he misses barely. Oh, he misses barely. Midnight
Static.
pushing up.
Static
Raw
got the
getting
kill
a
and Midnight
long
lost.
shot kill with the pistol. There's only one remaining. 28 seconds left.
Just got to hold it down.
The last
He's got to get
member.
this kill.
Oh, the bomb is down. They're going to start defusing to get
Oh,
the wall
no.
bang going. They got the push together.
There
Raw,
it is.
huge kills.
There's a big kill.
3 kills for Raw that round. What a good round
It
for
was a
Raw.
big round for Raw, but you would have hoped that that hit marker didn't happen. And also just after the hit marker fact. You would have hoped that he would have hit that shot on the head glitch right there in the situation just to solidify that kill. But still, stellar round from Raw. I mean, MVP of that round, getting the 3 kills of the 4 on this Adrian team, and they were able to capitalize on the defense once again. But luckily, I mean, Adrian had a little bit more of an offensive push on their end this time, being able to plant that bomb. So we're going to have to see how the Monarchs will fare well with this Adrian team, as they've just been very aggressive on A at the moment in those first 2 offensive rounds. So let's see what the Monarchs could do defensively, because they really did not have a good round the last one where on defense. So we're going to have to see how things will play out, as it looks like one member playing on B again, or playing split.
Looks like Raw understands that the pistol is the sniper's best friend and just utilizes it well last round, getting 2 out of his 3 kills
There's a lot
with
of
the
gunfights
pistol.
going on.
Looks like Raw loses gunfight here. Everyone's rotating over from
Love gets
Adrian.
kill back, but Midnight and Static all lost their lives in fact.
1v3 situation from Love again. Let's see if he can try and turn the tides here with the one that happened earlier. Looks like Adrian's going to realize that they have the bomb down and they're just going to try and play defensively again. See if Love can try to get something going. Realizes he got info on one. I think Adrian team got the info back on him. Might have been hard to see though. Love
This
gonna
is
try and rotate
unfortunate.
over.
It's unfortunate that Love has to overcome a 1v3 situation. Same thing we saw in round number 2. Let's see if he can try to do something more than what he was showcasing in the second round there. 30 seconds left to play. He has to be the aggressor in this situation. He has to get the kills and manage to get that bomb and try to get it planted somewhere. And he's going to do a full flank. He probably will catch his Adrian player off guard. It's Noble, I believe, their top frag. And as he peeks, he gets caught in the process. So Adrian College being able to get one right back. And it is now a 2-2 game in the search and destroy matchup.
It is looking like a huge defensive side map. This Adrian team just locking it down after securing the 3v1. Looks like it's just the memo of this S&D game. It's just go up to a 3v1 on defense and then just try and play lockdown and secure from there. Looks like, let's see, it's just really just going to be a game of who wins the offensive rounds, it looks like. It seems like everyone else is struggling over here on this offense. Let's see if they can get something going here. We're all going to push this top bed. Looks like that's going to be a normal default A push.
Oh, you can get it.
Oh,
no.
unlucky.
Okay,
Gets a
there we
second
go.
shot
He
though.
got it though.
One's going to be planted on the site. Raw sees them. He's going to know the rotate.
Damn.
Loses his gunfight. Midnight getting his gunfight win. Midnight going to see if he can push this last member off this A site. The B
There's a
member,
kill. Nice.
do they know? Are they going to start defusing it now? It looks like they
He's
are.
defusing. He's going to try it.
The last member already.
There we go.
It really is just a 3v1 defensive round win
Yeah.
every round.
That has been the formula so far, and the Monarchs being able to be on the winning side once again. So they capture the round, and they get the lead once more, as it is 3-2 in their favor. And you can see Love getting the final kill of that round towards Pillars and being able to manage to stick those shots to get that final kill, as Midnight was in the process of defusing. No matter if Love would have won that fight or not, they would not have had enough time to get over to Midnight and prevent that defusal. Old Dominion was going to win that round irregardless, and let's see what they could do defensively. You've mentioned it already. I mean, the defense or the attacking, I should say. Let's see what they can do attacking, but the defensive part of this map, every team has been able to play off of it, and we have not had an attack round win yet. So we're going to have to see if the Monarchs can break that and see if they can get something going. But as we're talking about that, Noble gets the first kill of the round. I believe that was a sniper once again, as Raw gets caught on the short end of the stick there. So 1:05 left to go, and Adrian has the man advantage.
Yeah, I would like to see what Adrian's plan is really for attacking. It seems like they go 3 to A, and they have one lurk B, but I don't know what really the
That's a big kill.
point is. Love getting
Ooh, there's
one
another
caught
one
out,
with Static.
Static getting a second one. Will this be the first offensive round win?
That's the opening they need, though.
44 seconds left. Plenty of time. There's 2 members on this A site.
I think
It's
one
a
of them is by
2v2.
bottom elevator.
Looks like both of them. Oh, one is top
Ooh.
bed and one is bottom bed. It's going to be a 2v2 situation. Midnight grabs the bomb. Looks like they're just going to rotate over to this B site.
He might be getting a flank here. Hold on. Static
Oh.
might be coming up with the flank at top bed. He might be able to capitalize off of this. Let's
He
see
does
if he
have a
can.
dead silence. They don't know that he's here.
He
Static
could
hearing
capitalize.
one.
Oh,
Oh, so unfortunate, but
Okay,
gets
he
the
gets
one
one.
back
He
in
gets one.
return.
There you
Adrian gets a
go.
second.
there you go. My goodness, what a play from Static, but that could have gone That could have gone downhill so quickly. I was hoping he would have captured the guy on top bedroom first before he managed to go down there. But nonetheless, he makes it work out for himself. He gets the first kill, knows the second player is going to play off of that, and he gets the second kill. And the Monarchs, they break the barrier offensively on this map, and they get the first offensive victory of this matchup so far. So they take the 4-2 advantage as they are looking to get on a match point with the victory in this round. Let's see how things will play out. They've done very well on the defense side so far.
Yeah, I don't think it could have been worse timing for either team there. Static missing the one top luggage and then the bottom bed.
This is
member.
interesting. They're changing it up. And Love gets a kill to start off the round. They're going to get the info.
Static on this B-bomb site. Looks like they're going to push through. Static getting the second one. He's going to snake for his life.
Woo!
Gets the shots off. Has him one shot. They're going to
Could have gotten that kill.
Let's see what they can do here. Looks like Old Dominion is going to kind of stand their ground, kind of flank around and try and create a pinch. Static just playing for his life, seeing if he can get anything going. Raw getting one in this freezer.
It's a big sniper kill.
One left. Let's see if he's going to peek out. He is.
Ooh, my bad, Raw. I didn't know you were playing like that, player. My bad, Raw.
Everyone locking in on all
The
cylinders.
multiple sniper kills to solidify that victory, and they're on match point now. The Monarchs, they've been able to break the barrier of this little formula that we had going on in the first 5 rounds of this matchup, where it was just going back and forth between both teams just winning defensively. But the Monarchs, they win back-to-back rounds, or they won 3 straight rounds, I should say, and they're now on match point looking to get the game right back, and we'll move on to Control, which will be on Hotel here. So let's see if they can finish things off here. It's still anybody's game. Adrian could definitely battle back, but let's see what the Monarchs can do on match point here.
Looks like Old Dominion's going to do what they just did the previous round that got them the win. This 3-1 split. Raw getting the info that there is one top bed. Let's see if he gets to rotate. Knows that he's trying to bait it out a little bit. Let's see if he actually peeks. He does peek. Raw doesn't take the shot. Realizes it might have been a bait.
But let's see if that Adrian player got the info on Raw. I don't think he did, just because he didn't take the shot there.
I think he got the hit marker with the nade, though.
No, he didn't get the hit marker with the nade.
There's going to be one info on this. Oh, there's going to be a huge gunfight here. See if Midnight can notice that there is a member right here.
It's going to happen here at Pillars, and you can see Midnight getting stunned in the process. He'll
Gets
get one.
Gunfight. Oh, he's on. Where is this member?
Whoa. Raw gets a sniper kill himself, and the timing there off of Midnight. He lost that gunfight, unfortunately. And Love loses his gunfight as well, so it'll come down to a 2v2 situation. Bombs being planted, final 25 seconds as we play. Can he protect? He will get the kill. That's a big sniper kill from Raw. And they have the bomb planted, so they just got to hold it down. Top bedroom is where he is. I think they have the info. It'll come down to Static or Raw as they're trying to win game number 2 here for the Monarchs and tie it up at 1-1 in this series.
Unlucky timing for Love. He realized huge sniper kill.
Oh my goodness, Raw.
Love.
Oh my goodness, Raw. Oh my goodness, Raw.
Oh, we love to see the sniper.
Keep the sniper out, my man, because you are just having a heyday at the moment here. Look at this kill. 9 and 5 from Raw. You got to love that from Raw. He gets the peak he wants, and he gets the kill. And the Monarchs get the game 2 victory.
Everyone's worst nightmare is a good sniper on SND. You never love to see that against
And Raw and Midnight, they both leading the way once again. 9 and 5, 7 and 3. Midnight and Love still not doing bad themselves. They didn't finish negative. 6 and 4 for Midnight and Love at 4 and 4. A stellar performance from the Monarchs overall, but still a great game for this Monarch team, being able to battle back after that game 1 loss in Hardpoint, which they lost by 18 seconds. That's all the difference was in that Hardpoint game was 18 points. That equals the 18 seconds in the game itself. And if it wasn't for those 18 seconds, Monarchs would be up 2-0 in this series against an undefeated Adrian College team.
Yeah, huge round. I mean, once again, Hotel S&D, you couldn't ask for it better. I mean, the last 2 times, or this time and last time that we've seen it, I mean, stellar performance from Old Dominion. I mean, they was going back and forth on defense, and just they really found what worked for them on offense and just used it to their advantage. They did that 3-1 split. Adrian was trying to do that earlier on, couldn't get anything going. Yeah. And just Old Dominion just perfected the 3-1 split.
And I mean, just the performance of Raw with the sniper. If you can have a teammate that can perfect the sniper craft and being able to utilize that in these series, I mean, it really makes a difference in these series, especially when you're playing Search and Destroy and like these respawn modes. I mean, the sniper can be utilized in these respawn modes also, but it just depends if you really can make your magic off of it. And Raw at the moment tonight, he's feeling all the magic right now behind that sniper.
What's really scary about snipers on S&D is not when also they use it, it's also when they don't use it, because you're prepared mentally for when they're using it, but when they switch it up and they pull out the AR, they pull out the SMG, that's really what gets you going, because you're playing the game set that they have the sniper on, but when they switch it up, you don't know when they're going to switch it up, but when they do, it's tough to play against.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things will transpire. It's a series tie at the moment in this one. Out of a best of 5, Adrian College, they took game number 1, 250 to 232 on Hardpoint. And the Monarchs, they battled back in game 2. They get a 6-2 victory on Search and Destroy, which is a big victory. So, if this series goes to a game 5 and the Monarchs are able to prevail or whatnot, definitely the Search and Destroy game has to be one of those monumental games that they need to look back on, because not just the fact that they got the victory, but in the way that they got that victory. They were in a neck and neck game in those first 5 rounds of that game, but they really locked in the last 3 or 4 rounds and being able to make sure that they can capture the victory, then making it longer than they need to be. And now we're looking ahead to another hotel game on map number 3, which is Control. It'll be interesting to see how things will play out in Control. We saw the Monarchs, and you were one of the members of them last week. We saw the Monarchs. They played Control on Hotel last week. They were able to manage on the first defensive round. You guys locked in. You had a really good defensive round in that second round, and then you just gave up round 1, 3, and 4 to James Madison overall. So you guys, you have the experience on Hotel. You kind of have the strategies what you want on Hotel. Let's just see if they can take a step forward in this map number 3 and hopefully take the series lead, because a series lead is definitely what you're going to want here going into game 4 and 5, which will be on Embassy. And if, like I said, Embassy Search and Destroy, I'm fond of it, but I know that this ODU team overall is not really fond of Embassy Search and Destroy. So let's hope that we don't have to see that Search and Destroy on Embassy game map number 5. But let's just see how things transpire here on Control map number 3.
Yeah, I like to see how this turns out. I think Control map number 3 on Hotel is just really going to be who has map control. You see it, James Madison do it on defense their first round that they took away from us. They just had full control. I didn't think we had anything really going. But then you see on defense, we really locked it in, kind of got everyone going together, and we did good that round, and we did good this third round. I think is just the first round, you just have to kind of get used to it, get your feet in the water, and just try and get that map control as much as possible.
Yeah, so in the meantime, we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to get things situated for game number 3, as Adrian College and Old Dominion are both tied at 1 apiece as they capture the first 2 games of the series at the moment here. But we're going to be back after the break with game number 3, which will be Control on Hotel. Alright, and welcome back, folks. It is Old Dominion in Adrian College, and map number 3, which is on Hotel. Once again, it is Control. The Monarchs were able to get the 6-2 victory in game number 2 decisively against this Adrian team after they opened up the series with a 232 hardpoint victory on Fortress. So let's see what the Monarchs can do to try to get back-to-back victories and try to take the lead in this series at the moment here. And you can see at the moment a lot of kills on both ends of the field, but the Monarchs are going to be able to get the first tick on B, and you can see Midnight will capture another kill there, and you can see the trophy being thrown down from Midnight as he's trying to get the second tick. But he's not going to be able to capture that second tick as he get killed from Ken of the opposition. So at the moment, we'll see if the Monarchs can try to solidify the second tick as Static gets a big kill there.
Amazing
good start.
opening start from Old Dominion being able to secure this.
Oh,
barely
right
not being able to get the second
right at the
tick.
edge. Oh no, can he finish it though?
Midnight being able to try and get this kill on blue.
Oh, he
Loses the
loses the
gunfight.
shots,
Old Dominion
unfortunately.
going to be able to rotate over to this A bomb site. Knows there's only one member there.
And that second tick of Old
We're all
Dominion
gonna
on
clear
B
it
is
out.
going down at them. Oh, it's actually going back up. It was going
We're all
down
gonna
at the
push
moment,
out,
and there's
get
a
the
big kill.
We're going to lock it down here and try and just secure as many ticks as possible. Adrian's going to try and contest this, but let's see what they can do here. We're all losing his gunfight.
Let's try to get the second tick if we can.
Oh,
There's Love though.
Love.
Oh, he's able to get that
Huge
first
kill.
one.
Let's see if he can continue. He's going to try and play his life here. Loses
He's
it.
outnumbered.
Old Dominion's going to rotate over. They're just going to go bouncing back and forth, and just secure this time, and it's working really good for them. They're going to be able to secure the second tick, it looks like, here just in a second.
Static just got to hold down the top bedroom. Can he make sure to assist? He will get the first kill. Love dies in the process, unfortunately. They're able to get that second tick on B. They could possibly win the ticks on B and being able to get it on A, which would be big because it seems like A is probably the easier one to get on this map, and B is more the tougher one. But at the moment, Mono's contesting, and there's a big kill from Static as he secures B, and it'll be down to the final ticks on A. And you got to take a look at the lives remaining. The lives remaining do take account in this game as well. If the team goes all the way down to 0, they lose the game overall. So we got to take that into account at the moment as the Monarchs have tied it back up with a big pair of kills from Midnight. It's 15-15 on both ends as the Monarchs need 2 more ticks, and they will capture round number 1 of the control match. And Midnight getting some shots on there, but not going to be able to finish that kill.
Huge positioning from Midnight, being able to get this flank going. It just creates so much pressure on the map.
Ooh.
We did mention the map control is going to be huge and crucial here.
Ooh,
and
what a
they're
big kill.
whopping it with map control. I mean, you have Midnight on the flank, you have everyone else creating a pinch.
That was a full team wipe.
Yeah, and
another kill.
that's going to be the round. It looks like
be.
Midnight creating all the pressure in the world on their spawn.
There we go.
Making split spawns, huge round win.
That's a big start for Old Dominion, and for those of you that are not very knowing of how this control map matchup works, it's the first team to win 3 rounds of this matchup, and they will secure the control game itself. So the Monarchs, they get the first round of 3. That's a big start for them. Let's see what they can do on the defensive side. A good start on the attacking side because, like we mentioned earlier, you guys didn't get a victory in the attacking side and control Hotel last week. So it's very big for you guys to be able to manage to get the opening attacking win here on Control for this map. So we'll see what they can do on the defensive side.
Yeah, a huge round just for Midnight in general. I mean, that positioning could not have been better. Creating a split spawns while being able to get the opening kill. Looks like they're going to force all of them onto this A bomb site, or not bomb site, control site. And then they're just going to try and regroup and try and push together. See what
They're
they get
capturing
going
this
here.
very quickly. There's
They're
2
gonna
ticks
capture
already
really
at A.
quickly. Looks like Old Dominion is just going to try and play for this
Yeah.
B control site.
I don't like that, though. I don't like that they give that up so early. That's just my personal opinion, though.
Yeah, you don't want to lose too many lives, though, trying to risk
Yeah.
you hope that you can take a little bit down so it's not captured as fast, but I mean, I'm not too against that.
We'll just have to see how things play out. I mean, Raw getting kills there, but
Raw
Love also
creating
lost
a
his
lot
fight.
of pressure.
Midnight returns the favor off of that. And he's got a log down here on B, and you can see Static getting caught in top bedroom. Midnight trying to help out, assisting. He won't get the kill as he's going to get caught as well. So the Monarchs dropping gunfights there left and right, and it seems like they'll get a little bit of an establishment here on B to start off with. Here comes the streak from Midnight, and you can see Raw not being able to finish that kill, and nothing hitting on the kill streaks either. And Adrian College just having a very solid round so far attacking wise, and they're going to be able to manage to get that second tick. It'll come down to this final tick as the Monarchs just have not had an answer defensively. There's another kill on Midnight, and that will be the round. Ooh.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Old Dominion.
That was a tough round.
It looked like they had good positions. They lost the gunfights. They gave up the power positions, like top bed, on the site, mid control, and it just seemed like Adrian just fully took control over all of the map.
They really perfected their craft there on the offensive side, as they were able to manage to get A very decisively after getting the opening kills on Raw and Midnight, I believe it was, and being able to just get A pretty quickly because, like you said, the Monarchs gave away A little bit too early than I was hoping for. But nonetheless, Monarchs dropped the second round of this Control game. It's a 1-1 series for Control overall, and let's see what they can do here as Raw opening the round with a pair of kills. It's a big pair of kills to start things off, as you will get the control on A at the moment here.
No one else there really to contest for right now. There is going to
Here
be
comes
one
rotations.
member rotating over, but it might be too late. We did
Love getting
mention
the kill there.
See, that's just the unfortunate part of rotating too late. You lose these gunfights, and then it just fully secures this B control site also.
So Monarchs being able to get the early ticks, and they will get A already. So it just comes down to B with 2 minutes to play.
This is going to... Top bed control is going to be very crucial here. You're going to see Old Dominion try and fight for this as much as possible, and Adrian is going to try and take full control and just try and keep it as long as possible to try and stop this push. Static trying to get a flank going, not be able to get anything going there.
Midnight gets the kill back. Can he get the second one? He will. Big pair of kills from Midnight. Does not anticipate the third member though. So unfortunate for the Monarchs as Raw is there at top bedroom. Can he solidify can he capture the kill? He will.
Yeah, that's a
Big
huge
kill from Raw. He possibly could get
Raw's
the team
gonna
wipe
get
right
the
there.
information, knowing that there is one bottom bed.
He
Gonna
just
see
saw
him.
him.
Oh, and he gets the kill.
Okay.
Nice. They're gonna try and create a pinch now. It looks like. It looks like Midnight's gonna try and flank and create this pinch going. Looks like Static is also gonna be on his way. Raw gonna take this top bed control. I mean, it is very good setup right now for Old Dominion. Huge
They have
kills
the
coming
advantage on
in.
lives remaining too.
One-
That's got to be taken into account as well.
One remaining. Midnight still creating a pinch. It is, what is that, 18 to 17? Only a
Yep.
1 life lead.
It's a 1 life difference at the moment. The Monarchs had a 3 life difference, but Adrian College able to get the pair of kills back, but Love gets one right there, as it'll be a trade on both ends, and Raw will lose that gunfight as well. So it's tied at 16 lives apiece. It'll come down to B. 40 seconds left to play. Midnight got the kill there, but not gonna be able to get the second kill, as he'll lose his life in the process. So Adrian College has the advantage in lives remaining. It's only one kill difference. It's gonna be a very close game coming down to the wire.
Yep.
The Monarchs could possibly
Just
win
go-
it on live, but they really need to get something going on getting ticks here at B.
Just going back and forth right now. Let's see if they can try and get something fully going together. Looks like Love is creating a pinch. Gets the first one. It's going to create a huge amount of pressure.
There's a
Raw
big
being
kill.
able to get the second one, or sorry, Static, and just unfortunate
Love
gunfights
just has a
following
great
there.
head peek right there.
3 seconds remaining. Looks like Adrian's going to take this defensive round win.
So the Monarchs, they started off this control match. They started off with a very decisive round 1 victory, but they've given up the last 2 rounds so far. As Adrian College looking to capture the final round of this control match and being able to increase their lead to 2-1 in this series of a best of 5. So let's see what the Monarchs could do, as they need to win out in this control match if they want to take the series lead.
Yeah, it looks like they had really good start to the execution and really good setup. Really couldn't ask for much more better. I mean, they were going, creating pressure, creating map control, creating pinches, creating gunfight wins. It just seemed like closing it out was just really the struggle. Looks like everyone's going to rotate to this A site again. And just
Nobody is there to defend that really, except for Raw, and Raw gets caught.
looks like they're just going to try and fast take this. Everyone else going to try and rotate over. Love and Midnight are going to be the first ones to see. Love getting the first one, Midnight getting the
That's
second.
another good kill.
Gonna lose that gunfight.
That
Static
Noble,
with the pinch though. They are only going to be able to get 2 ticks, unfortunately, barely getting the second one. They're going to just continue to push this A site. Raw gonna maybe see one here in a
here
second.
comes the Deddy.
Going to be able to create this flank. Let's see what we can do there. And then we're going to... Nice, huge opening through there.
We get the second.
Gonna get the second.
He
Won't be
won't.
able to. Looks like Midnight's going to rotate over here. See if we can just deny the final little bit. They're going to be able to fully secure it. Now they're going to try and set up on this B control site. Oh, looks like they didn't fully
I like the
control.
effort there on A. That's what they should have done in the first defensive round. At least contested a little bit more than what they gave up in that first time around. But you could just see that Adrian College is capitalizing on the gunfights right now. They're just winning gunfights left and right. They're still down in kills, lives remain, or they're tied now as we're talking about that. Static and Midnight both getting kills there, and you can see Midnight just trying to preserve life as he gets stunned in the process. but he will not escape anyway. So minute
Raw with a huge
45.
flank.
It'll come down to B.
Raw gonna be able to get these huge kills
Ooh,
here.
big trio.
We've seen him in the past getting huge kills. Let's see if he can continue to do so. He's
We
gonna
could
get the
definitely
info.
win this on lives.
He has info that there's 2 going up top now. He's gonna spot the 1. He's gonna see the second. He's gonna get the kill on 1 mid.
Wow.
Knows
I'm
there is
really
one
surprised
top
the
bed.
second guy didn't see
This
him
is
there.
huge info. He's gonna pop dead. He's gonna see if he can get a flank. Then I get him. Oh, unfortunately not getting.
Here
a
he
kill
comes.
there.
Here comes Raw.
Raw,
Raw gets a kill there. Can he get the second one in top bedroom? He
And
will. That's a big pair of kills from Raw. Raw is having himself a series so far. Even though he's still 16 and 17 in this matchup so far. I mean, those first 2 games, I mean, he's really solidified his competitive nature this evening.
I don't know if we saw it here, but we saw it in the last one.
Another big kill from Raw.
That is a death trap. I saw that door
Raw's
slightly
on a 6
open
streak
last
right now.
week.
He's got the kill streaks. He's going to be on a 7 streak now. Raw is just letting them have it. He has the magic in his hands tonight.
He's just going in spot to spot, and it just looks like Adrian is just so scared to try and
17 to 9 in lives remaining. That needs to be taken into account as well. The Monarchs are on the verge of a victory
17
here.
to 7 now, even more.
You just got to lock in. Just hold it down on B. You really don't have to be aggressive here. You could really just win it just defending B. But in the meantime, there's a big pair of kills from Static as they're just making sure to let their presence known as we are going to have to go to a game 5 of this control matchup, it seems, at the moment here. Let's see how things transpire in the final 15 seconds. But the Monarchs looking very well at the moment.
Adrian on her final lives remaining. Love getting the first one. Raw, unfortunate
Raw
team
getting
kill.
the DK, unfortunate. 3 seconds left to go. They have control of it.
It is
That
one
big
live.
pair of kills with the nade there. Woo! What a round for the Monarchs. They force game 5 in this control matchup, and it is going to come down to a very pivotal game 5 here at control. Because this, like we mentioned before, this matchup overall, game 3 is going to set the tone for the rest of the series. And we're going to hope that the Monarchs can be the one on the upper hand of that advantage, I should say.
Yeah.
But let's see how things transpire. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. These teams have played very competitively through the 4 rounds so far in control here.
Looks like really good job just from this Old Dominion team. The players stepping up when they need to get those round wins. We saw the first round win with Midnight creating all that pressure and jewelry. We saw it in Raw creating all that pressure top bed. I mean, couldn't be more perfect. I mean, he was going spot to spot to spot, killing all the Adrian members. We're going to start it off here. Midnight with the first pair of kills. Static getting the
for Old
one.
Dominion, a quad for Old Dominion overall. They get a full team wipe to start this 5th round. That is definitely the start that they needed, especially on the defensive side. And Adrian, they've been favoring A to start off this attacking round the last 2 times, but this has not been the case in this one, which is very interesting.
Raw with a huge flank. He's going to be able to spot one. He knows one also is on the flank. He couldn't hear the sound cue if it was in freezer or if it was in kitchen. They're going to stun him out. See if he can get the kill though. Won't be able to. Ultimate's going to try and rotate over to this A control site to see if they can try and contest as much as
Well,
possible.
we'll get a kill to start that off. They have to
Love getting 2 kills. Static going to push through, not going to be able to find anything, and they're just going to try and play this.
Adrian being able to capture A at the moment here, but they really need to lock in defensively if the Monarchs can capture this matchup. Midnight with a big kill like that battle. Can he get the top cat? He will. What a big kill as Love adds on to that kill list as well. Monarchs doing very well here as they have the advantage and lives remaining. They can win on kills alone,
Huge,
but they got to make sure they don't give up B whatsoever.
huge raid from Midnight being able to get a kill. Static being able to
my
get 2
goodness.
there.
This team is playing lights out right now. They really want it.
It is a 23 to 15 live lead. 1 minute, 20
22-14.
seconds remaining. Midnight
Midnight is having a
there's one
heyday at top
bed.
bedroom at the moment.
Unfortunately losing that gunfight there. Love spotting the last one top
They're winning
bed.
that
Able
gunfight,
to get
though.
them. One's pushing him. Unfortunate loss there. Ron notices there's one going to be in the back spa area. Looks away at the worst time possible. Looks like they're going to be able to create a pinch here though. Static being able to flank.
Here comes Adrian. Here comes Raw with his streaks. Hopefully he can get something going with the streak. He'll be able to get that first tick. Not going to be able to hit anybody with it. Get the hit markers. And Love just trying to contest. He'll get the second tick. Oh my goodness. Adrian College might come away with this.
Love trying to get something going.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone else. Oh, huge kills coming back and forth. Back
Oh,
and
it's
forth.
contested. Oh.
Ah, unfortunate.
And Adrian College with the victory here. They capture round 5 and a round it seemed that Old Dominion was gonna win that just off of lives remaining. They just had to hold down B and they lost the pivotal gunfights when it mattered most, and they just lost the power positions they had. And the Monarchs, they fall in the series once again, and they're now down 2-1 as they're gonna have to win out throughout if they want to go forward with the victory in the series. Static leading the way with his 29 kills, Midnight with 27, Raw with the 22, and Love at the bottom with the 17. Unfortunately, so Monarchs, they're doing very well getting the kills and whatnot. They just haven't been able to clutch it up when the time requires them most, and that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate loss of control there.
Yeah, I think looking forward into this next one on Hardpoint on Embassy, I think it's going to be really competitive again, but let's just see if they can try and get something going here. I think, once again, I mean, like the S&D, or not S&D, Hardpoint the first round, I think that really could have gone either way. I think the score proved that. But, I mean, it looked like that last round is just, everyone was firing on cylinders. It just all of a sudden changed, and it just seemed like everyone was just not going towards the game
all
plan,
the momentum was on the Monarch side in that game. They had almost a 10 life advantage in that one. All they had to do was kind of just lock in and make sure that B was not given away under any circumstances, because like we saw, they gave away A pretty easily, which is known. I mean, that's just how Adrian has played it. They've played on A very fast, be able to capture it and just try to lock in on B. But like we said, I mean, the Monarchs just weren't able to capitalize on the gunfights that mattered most, and they just lost their positioning. And because of that, they were able to capitalize off of that. And Adrian College seems like they just stole the win right there, because everything was pointing towards Old Dominion to gain a victory in round number 5 in that situation.
Yeah, it looks like Old Dominion just kind of pushed up unnecessarily.
Yes.
And it just seemed like they really tried to just secure it in the win right then and there, but they didn't really need to. They tried to kind of play lockdown and try and just secure as much as possible and try and cut the leads. You know, just if you go in even, doesn't matter if you're up already, but just try to play lights out, and it just backfired on them.
Yeah, so we're going to have to see how things are going to transpire in the last matches of this series. Could possibly be our last match of the series, could be possibly last matches. We're going to have to see. But Old Dominion, they're going to have to win out overall. They're going to have to win out if they want to win the series tonight and finish off with a 5-2 record and ECAC, getting into playoffs, getting ready for a possible good seed, and try to work your magic throughout the postseason. But at the moment here, we're gonna have to see how things will transpire as we have Game 4 and Game 5 back-to-back on Embassy. It'll be Hardpoint next, and then it'll be Search and Destroy if we get to a Game 5. But in the meantime, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna get everything situated and making sure everything is fine, so that we can bring Game 4 to you right after the break. All right, and welcome back, folks. It is Old Dominion and Adrian College. Game number 4. It is hardpoint on Embassy. Monarchs have to win out if they want to force a Game 5 at least. And they're going to have to win out if they want to win the series overall. We're going to have to see how things will transpire. As Adrian College, or Old Dominion, at the moment, they have the advantage here, being able to secure the first 10 seconds there. And that was kind of a wacky play there. He just didn't see him on the floor. What was that?
That was,
what the heck?
That was a little wacky. But, I mean, we're just going to see these first few points are going to be very pivotal for how this match plays. Static being able to get that kill there, just trying to deny time off this first point to see what they can do here. Trying to go from this P1 into P2. Looks like Old Dominion's already setting up to just try and get this P2. Huge trio of kills just from everyone on Old Dominion. The only one that's missing out on that trio. Raw trying to create this pressure bottom Embassy, trying to deny all this flank. Looks like there are going to be someone that is flanking. See if Raw can notice it. They notice him before he can notice them. Static just trying to get anything going back against this Adrian team. Looks like they're just losing all the gunfights that are necessary. Love being able to get 2 there. Static being able to get 1 right back. Just trading kills back and forth. 3 versus 4-2. 3 versus 3. Then they're trying to push up. Gets the info that there are people there just not being able to capture on anything, really.
Adrian College just has them out right now. These first 2 points have all been in favor of them, as they're just winning a bunch of gunfights and just maintaining control. But as we're talking about a big triple there from Static as well as Love.
That was a team wipe.
Yep, that's a full team wipe with the thing. Thankfully, with the triple to assist on that from Static.
Raw being able to just get full control of this P3. Also going to be able to get 2 kills that are very pivotal. They're going to be able to set up here. See if they
get the final one.
Oh, Midnight
doesn't have an idea.
Midnight trying to close it out. Love. Oh, what a huge kill.
Oh my goodness.
2 kills.
Love with a big pair of kills to
solidify. And they're going to be able to create the pinch here. Unlucky timing from Midnight.
They're going to be able to capture
push from this garage side. See if they can notice it. Static still with this huge power position, being able to create any sort of pinch possible. They've got to clear him out to try and push this point. Midnight being able to sit this orange stairwell, try and create more pressure. They're going to be able to get Midnight losing his gunfight. Static being able to get a kill right back. Love getting a kill right back also. 2-4-2. Static being able to just try and deny any flank that is coming his way. Last member of this Adrian team off the site. Raw losing his gunfight, trying to deny the flank as much as possible. Static being able to cover that role. Realizes the one is on the flank. Midnight being able to get the huge pair of kills. Looks like they're just gonna set up for this new point and try and get as much time as possible. Huge kills coming in.
First 2 points have been in favor of Adrian pretty heavily, but the Monarchs have kind of gotten the jitters out of the way, and they've kind of locked in the last few minutes here as they're able to capture more of P3. Raw is anticipating members pushing from the doorway. He'll get 1. Can he get the second? He's not going to be able to do so, as reinforcements holding pretty firm for Adrian College as they get the kills they need. But Love is on a killing spree at the moment here. He's on a streak.
Static being able to get that kill right back.
Love, can he hold it down?
Too.
Ooh. And Raw there to reinforce though.
The rotate's coming in. Raw being able to secure it, and that's going to be huge. That just...
What a big play from Raw.
That just secured the last 20 seconds of the point. That could be what decides the game.
And those 20 seconds could be very pivotal going down the stretch here. As we saw in map number 1, on hardpoint map number 1, it came down to an 18-point game that could have gone either way. But at the moment, the Monarchs, they have the advantage here. 93-75, 18 points in favor of them. As Adrian College is going to be able to capture some time here on P4 and Kitchen. Can the Monarchs break it up? And you see the kill from Raw as well as Static getting a nade kill. Love, can he finish? He won't be able to get the kill on Laundry. Can Raw finish it though?
Static.
He's not going to be able to do so. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate misses there for the Monarchs. They can capitalize off those wins.
Unfortunate break to the point. I mean, we started off pretty strong there on that break. And just after that, I mean, we had something going. Off the respawn didn't seem.
There's a big pair of kills. There's a big pair of kills from Static, as well as Midnight adding to that tally, and the Monarchs will regain possession of P4 in the final 20 seconds of this site. Can Static hold it down though? Ooh, cannot.
Unfortunately, can't. It seems like everything we're saying is just going the opposite.
Exactly. We just need to keep our mouths shut. We just need to go back to being mute again.
it seemed like S&D was happening.
Caster's
and just
curse is a real thing, folks.
S&D, we were talking about offensive not being able to get anything done, and then Old Dominion was just winning on offense every single round.
Facts. 109-108 is your score at the moment here. The Monarchs have the 1-point advantage, and we can see P5 still not being contested by anybody. A big pair of kills from the Monarchs, though. Static and Static got a big pair as well as Midnight. That's a big trio of kills, as it is a tie game with a 109 score. And as we're talking about not getting any contesting, you can see the points coming in favor of Adrian College as they are managing to get P5 a little bit, or P1 a little bit down here.
Yep. Love losing his gunfight in the rotation, just trying to get this rotation onto this P2. Static spotting one, wasn't able to get the kill fully. Gets the one on top garage. Gonna try and set up and get these last 6 seconds of this P1. Try and set up for P2. You see, it looks like Love is trying to create a flank going. See if he can get anything, get a pinch going to secure this P2 also, as well as the last final seconds of P1.
You can see they captured those last final seconds. They have the 15-point advantage. Adrian College gets the points to start off P2. Let's see if Midnight can get something going with that nade. He'll get the hit markers. Can he finish? He'll get the one. Can he get the second? He's not going to be able to do so.
Both teams creating pinches. One Adrian member in garage trying to create a pinch, and then one member of Old Dominion trying to create a pinch back embassy. See if they can get anything going. Huge kills coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I mean, just see if they can push together now.
Monarchs still have
Static
the
getting
advantage.
1-2. Raw getting one. They are going to take control of this point, and they're going to be up around 30 points if they can hold the last 20 seconds of this objective.
This is a very competitive series. These teams are just duking it out with one another. It really could go anybody's way, but regardless of the fact, like, no matter how this thing ends, this has been a very fun series to watch overall.
Very, very competitive series. I mean, couldn't ask for it better. Static with a
what a
huge
big
second
pair of
kill
kills.
while popping Daddy. He gets a third.
Oh my goodness.
He didn't notice.
Can he get the team wipe though?
Won't be able to. They're just gonna sit behind this cover.
They do have the info that they need. They're gonna push up to him as he's. That's unfortunate timing there as he's trying to reload, but Love is there to reinforce. Can he get the kill? Ah, oh, he will
Unable
not.
to. But we still have time on the
And
objective.
there's Midnight. He'll finish off the kill. So
Dude,
making sure to return the favor for Static in that process, being able to get the kill, and they're just managing to get more time with 35 left to play here.
Let's see if Old Dominion can capitalize on the fact that Adrian is playing split spawns right now. Looks like there's some spawning embassy. One's pushing the raw, this gas station side, loses his gunfight. So that's huge for Old Dominion being able to capture these last 40 seconds, seemingly.
This is huge.
That was a huge kill on Catwalk, being able to just secure any contest that was going to try and come their way. It is just, I mean, really, it's just caster curse is just happening. We said it's going to be competitive. It's not going anyone's way, and now we're up 70 points.
We're going to have to see how things will shape up. It's anybody's game still. This Adrian team has not fallen under anything yet. They are still playing very heavily, making sure that they can try to compete to the very end. And as you can see, they're winning the gunfights they need to right now as they're cutting into that deficit just a tad. That'll be a 50-point deficit advantage for the Monarchs, or 51, I should say, for the Monarchs as they'll regain control of site for just a split second there before Adrian College gets this control right back and they'll be able to get some more time. As you can see, they'll win the gunfights there. Almost a team wipe there. It's Midnight though.
Yeah, they are going to try and cut this deficit. Looks like Old Dominion just going to try and play for this next site. Just trying to lock it down. See if they can get anyone on the rotations going. Static, you see top.
The Monarchs just need one more good point. That's all they need, and they'll get the victory here.
Just the same spot that he just didn't check the previous time. Just unfortunate. Love being able to hold this back sight. Okay, spot one here. See if he can get the gunfight win. He's just going to try and play off of it. He knows there's a teammate there. He's going to try and get the flank going. Midnight losing his gunfight. Raw winning his gunfight there. They're going to push up and see if they can get it going. Love getting the first kill.
Can get the second one.
Unable to get the second. There's going to be rotations back in. Static being able to
get
one.
Gonna get the second.
Get the
oh
second.
My goodness, what a kill.
Huge kill coming from Static. Everyone's just going to try and rotate in to see if they can make any, they can capitalize on the mistakes that Adrian's probably going to make.
Oh my goodness, Static is playing lights out right now. Static with a quad getting into sight right there and being able to hold it down for the Monarchs. They're 20 seconds away from victory. They could get the victory on this site alone. Can they hold it down though?
Adrian just making the same mistake that Old Dominion made the first round. just trying to do
Static
too
is having
much. They're
himself a game
trickling
right
in
now.
1 for 1,
They
and
get
it just
possession
looks like
again.
Old Dominion is just. They're really gonna. They're if they get the final seconds here, they're gonna make it a 3-second game, and that's not where you want to be in. Especially with you have to just win every single gunfight from here on out.
Ooh, this is a close one again. Oh, both teams are both over 200. It's going to come down to this next point. Can the Monarchs capture 6 seconds? That's all they need, and they will win map number 4 and force the game 5.
Let's see what they can get going here. Midnight Love getting 2 kills that are huge, pivotal. They're gonna get on
There we
point.
go.
It's gonna make it 5 seconds left.
I don't think
3
anybody can
seconds
contest.
left. I don't think anyone can contest. 1
There it
second,
is.
and there it is. That is
Woo! That's a big win.
map 4 to make it 2-2. Old Dominion and Adrian both at 2.
And can we just say the performance from Static in that game, stellar. Static was probably the MVP for the Monarchs overall in that game. There were multiple situations where he had a pair of kills, he had triples, and just overall, he was winning the most crucial gunfights when they needed most. And you can see 36 and 18 from Static. My goodness, what a performance from Static. Midnight following up with his 25 kills, Raw with the 21, and Love at 17 kills. So, I mean, this Monarch team, that's a pivotal win. They forced game 5. We're going back to Embassy, but it is for Search and Destroy, which the Monarchs won game 2, Search and Destroy 6-2 pretty handily. So it'll be very interesting to see how things will play out, but you gotta love the fact that they had to fight into them to at least force this game 5 and make it a winner-take-all situation.
Yeah, it was really huge. I mean, not just for kills in general, but also just hill time. It looked like, I think it was Static was also at like 1 minute 20 seconds on the objective, and I think Love or Raw was at 1 minute 10 seconds. Really underappreciated stat line there, but just, I mean, really good job there. I mean, huge just job from everyone on Old Dominion. I think everyone, like I said, firing on all cylinders after that map 1. S&D, you saw it. I mean, players stepping up when they need to step up, and just that's what you really need to see.
And I mean, we're looking ahead to another Embassy game. How are you feeling about game 5, Search and Destroy Embassy?
I think it has flaws, but I think since now we have our starting 4, I think with S&D, we won S&D earlier 6-2, and we just won Embassy 250 to, I don't know what the last, it was like 204.
Yeah,
I think if
204.
you mix the two together, should be a good S&D.
Should be. We're gonna have to see though. Until that, we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna get ready for game 5 as both teams tied at 2 apiece here. It is a winner-take-all situation. Whoever wins the Search and Destroy game will get the victory this evening, and we'll have to see how things transpire. But in the meantime, we're gonna take a short break until then. All right, and welcome back, folks. It is Game 5 between Old Dominion and Adrian College. It is Embassy, Search and Destroy, and Raw showing his sniper. There's a big pair of kills to start off the round. What a start for the Monarchs. My goodness, the hype is real. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. We're out of our chairs.
I'm standing up right now. Like, that is just a crazy round number 1. A triple from Raw to start that match, and they have the 1-0 advantage. My goodness, what a start for this Monarchs team.
We told the members of this Old Dominion COD team to tell Raw to put on the sniper.
If only you could see us right now. We're out of our chairs. We are just up and standing because, my goodness, what a play that was to start this Game 5.
I don't know if I want to sit back down.
The hype is real.
The hype. Let's see. He does have, it looks like, oh, he does still have the sniper out. See if he can get something going. He's going to see the first member here. He's going to get the info with a nade. Oh, he didn't. He didn't get the hit marker. Love finding the first member. Unable to just try and get anything there. They're just going to try and get as much info as possible. Raw's noticing the first one. Did they notice a second?
His first pick's going to be big, and Midnight will get the first one. Let's see if Raw can possibly get a sniper kill. Static gets another one, too. There's another big kill from Static. That's a pair of kills for Static in this round.
Huge start to this.
Here comes the plant.
First 2 rounds.
Midnight's going to have all the action right here as they come their way. It might be Static. Who knows?
Unlucky
the timing.
Oh, the mantle. Hate to see it. Does he see the shadow? Probably does.
There's Love, though.
Love being able to
Playing
create
on
the pressure, and they get the second round to win.
I don't know if it was Static or Raw in the process, but the Monarchs, a stellar start to game number 5 here as they were down after game 3 loss in that control match, unfortunately. They had to battle back with the game 4 victory in Hardpoint, and they've got it back to a game 5. And Static with the 3-0 start himself, as well as Raw, their pair of the duo, both starting out 3-0 in this matchup so far. You got to love that for this ODU team as they are having a very good start in this winner-take-all series.
Stun in hand doesn't matter. He gets the kill either way. Huge start for this Old Dominion team.
Like Love hasn't even gotten a kill yet.
Looks like they were both being able to get 3-0 kills both rounds.
Ooh,
second.
Love is so fortunate that he did not get killed from that explosion there.
Looks like he's going to trade it back, try and push
There goes the plant, though. Adrian College is getting the plant down. They'll get the first kill of the round. Midnight gets caught.
Looks like
they do get it planted, and they'll get another one.
It's going to be the first deficit for Old Dominion in this S&D. Let's see if they get a kill. Static able to spot out the one.
Could not finish that kill, unfortunately.
It, though. Looks like Raw's going to try and create a play and just see if he can get anything going. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. He's going to lose the sniper battle. Static trying to push through, unable to get it.
So the Monarchs, they open up with the stellar beginning with the 2-0 advantage, but Adrian College locks in that second offensive round, being able to get the bomb planted on B very early, play off the numbers, and they do get the round right back. So this is still a very competitive series, folks. This is not going to be a runaway with Old Dominion as we were thinking in those first 2 rounds. Adrian College is very much in this series. They've played very competitively against this Old Dominion team. So having the 2-0 advantage, man, I mean, it's not the biggest start, but you got to love the fact that the Monarchs are up 2-0 instead of being down 2-0 in this pivotal Game 5. So what's what they could do here to try to get some momentum back on their end? And Raw is going to get hit from that nade, so they'll have the info that they want. Midnight with the opening pick.
Raw not going to be able to see the second member. Going to lose his gunfight in the process.
He lost to the sniper once again all day, utilizing that sniper very well. And Static and Midnight both losing gunfights as well, so it'll come down to Love.
In a 1v3 situation. We have seen him win these. It's been really unfortunate lately. It is going to make it 2-2.
Unfortunate.
In this S&D Game 5. Really just going back and forth. Old
This has
Dominion
been a
taking
back
the
and forth
first
series.
2. Adrian taking the second 2. See if they can try and lock it in and just secure these last few rounds. Only 4 more to secure the series.
It's going to be pivotal. We might be seeing it at around 11 here on Search and Destroy game number 5. But until then, we're going to have to see if that will transpire. But at the moment, 2-2 is your score. First team to 6 rounds will be the victor in this matchup and in this series overall. So let's see which team is going to lock in and clutch up when it is needed most, which we've said the Monarchs have not really been able to do in games before. So let's see if that can be tonight.
Looks like there is a technical difficulty. Raw sitting in spawn for a little bit. Going to be able to try and rotate over to this B-bomb site. Looks like all of the members of both teams are both over here. We're all going to be able to try and see.
And Adrian already has the first 2 kills of the round, unfortunately. Raw has the information he wants. He'll get the nade. He'll get the hit frag. won't be able to get the kill. He gets the
hit marker. It's
the
going to
hit
be a
marker.
1v4 situation. Really tough spot to be in, and it's going to be 3-2 Adrian lead. Unfortunate. It looked like Raw had a technical difficulty sitting in spawn for a little bit, and just all members of both teams that were able to were just on that A site, and it looks like it's just
Change of momentum
changing
now.
momentum. Let's see if Old Dominion can try and just bounce back and just secure it from here on out.
We're going to have to see. Old Dominion needs to lock in here. They're on the attacking side once again. They played pretty well on their attacking side on the last time. Let's see what they can do here.
See if they can get anything going. Looks like it's going to be a 2-2 split for both teams.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate explosion, taking out two members of the Old Dominion team. Static being able to get one right back, but then losing his gunfight right after that.
It'll come down to Love again. It's a 1v3 situation.
Do not like to see it. Love trying to get as much information as possible, see if he can get anything going. Thought he might have heard something. Let's see if he can try and get a flank going. Looks like he's going to try and flank over to this B site. He knows bomb is down mid.
I think he's about to get sniped.
Oh, pulls out the sniper himself. Let's see if he can get it. Unfortunate. It's going to be 4-2 Adrian lead.
Old Dominion opening up this game 5 with back-to-back series round victories, and they took the 2-0 lead. But Adrian College, they have made the adjustments that they needed to make, and they have 4 straight round victories since then, and they have the 4-2 advantage. So unfortunate for the Monarchs. They had a stellar start here, but they just haven't been able to finish it. And let's see how things transpire, as it is now going to be round 7 between these two teams. Adrian College on the verge of getting on match point and winning the series overall. Let's see if the Monarchs can try to stave that off for a little bit here and make things interesting in the later part of the Search and Destroy game.
Yeah, see if they can get anything going here. It looks like it's going to be a default B bomb push. Let's see if Static is going to be the probably first line of contact here. If he opens this door, he's going to notice that there's going to be two members right next to him.
And bomb has been planted as we speak, so Old Dominion on a time crunch.
Silence going to be on this flank. There is a member of the Adrian team watching it, though. There's 2 gunfights.
Oh no.
Unfortunate.
Just each member just falling like flies.
See if we can get anything going. Unfortunately can't. And it is going to be 5-2 series point and match point. The Monarchs are going to have to win out.
Yep. They're going to have to win out the rest of this series if they want to win this series overall against this Adrian team. They're going to have to win the next 4 rounds straight ahead. If they lose another round, that will be it for this evening, as Adrian College will be the victors. Let's see how things transpire.
Just unfortunate. It looked like they had the first 2 rounds, and it just looked like it was just
Such a hot start, and they
hot
just fell
start.
apart.
Looked like it
since
was
then.
going to be a 6-0 potentially, and just after those 2 rounds, it just seemed like nothing is really
And
going
unfortunately, I mean,
their
you
way
see,
at all.
You see Love with the donut right now. He's 0-6 in this game. That's really unfortunate for this Monarch team. You'd hope to see a little bit better of a performance in a very pivotal game, but Midnight losing that first gunfight against Noble. So the Monarchs at a disadvantage here in a winner take all, and Raw gets caught in top office. Unfortunately, Love trying to get the kill there. Not gonna be able to get the kill.
2v4 situation. See if they can try and regroup and try and push together and see if they can get anything going. Static trying to see if he can just bait anything. See if anyone's going to just try and overextend. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to. He's going to see one right here, loses the gunfight. It's going to be a 1v4 for Love to try and
Continue this game.
continue this series. Let me see if he can get anything going. Unable to do anything thus far. I mean, we know S&D just punishes anyone for making the slightest of mistakes.
They got the information they wanted, and now they're going to pinch them down, and that will be it.
Unfortunate.
So Old Dominion, what a start that was. I mean, it had us hyped and everything. But Adrian College, it just seemed like they just made the adjustments they needed, and that was just a different style game that we saw after those first 2 opening rounds, and they secure the victory. So it's a 6-2 victory in their favor. They win the series 3-2 overall, and you can see Static getting his 4 kills, Midnight 3 kills. I'm not sure what Raw had, but I'm pretty sure he was the top frag in that game. And unfortunately, Love didn't get a kill in that Search and Destroy game, so that's just an unfortunate performance, especially in a winner-take-all. But overall, I mean, still a heck of an effort from this Monarch team, being able to at least force the game 5, being able to win that pretty decisive game 4 on Embassy for Hardpoint, but they fall to 4-3 here in ECAC. They're still going to be in playoffs. but definitely not going to have a good seed as to what they were hoping for. They had a chance in these last 2 weeks with these games against James Madison and Adrian College tonight to really boost their seeding in this postseason and try to have better odds in their favor, trying to, win the ECAC championship. So with the loss again tonight, it's going to make things a little bit tougher for them, but nonetheless, they're still going to be playing in the postseason. It's just going to be a tougher road than what they were anticipating.
Yeah, but I think also just playoff-wise, I think if you have a tough road, I think it prepares you a lot more. I think these last 2 weeks have been really pivotal just from both competitive matches. I mean, we both know that the last 2 matches we've had, both teams have been undefeated, have not lost a map. And today, being able to take 2 from this Adrian team, almost taking 1 from JMU, I mean, just really sets you up.
They should have won that control game. I'm like, that's the game that's really just gonna irk me. It irks me right now just thinking about it, just because we really had that control game in the bag. We had like a 10-12 life advantage in that situation. We just had to hold down B, but unfortunately, like you mentioned before, they got a little too aggressive about it and didn't really just try playing lockdown defense on B, and that's why they gave their positionings away, and they lost those final gunfights that eventually went into Adrian's favor to win that match.
Yeah, it looks like if you look at the first 4 rounds, they were all either really close. The ones that we lost were really close.
Yeah.
The ones that we won were a little more spread out. I mean, the hard point was still like very competitive, but there was still a gap that is a decent margin. But I mean, that last S&D was a bigger gap. But I mean, really could have, if it was just a best of 7, that could have been 4 round wins right there. It was really just very close on the rounds that we lost, and the ones that we won were really a little bit more of a bigger margin, but overall very competitive.
And kind of like just piggybacking off of what you just said, for the Search and Destroy games, they were decisive victories for each team. For all the Respawn games, it was a neck-and-neck battle throughout all of them. You had map number 1 where it was 250 to 232 in favor of Adrian. Old Dominion definitely could have won map number 1 if they could have just locked down and done better at least on one of the points. They definitely could have won map number 1. Map 2, they win 6-2, Search and Destroy. We talked about that. That was a decisive victory on their end. We just mentioned Control. It went all the way to a round 5. Unfortunately, the Monarchs just failed to clutch up at the end when they had a really nice advantage in that situation, but they just weren't able to win the final gunfights, and it costed them and losing that site on B at the end of the game there. And then it's a hard point again. Still a close game, 204-250 in favor for the Monarchs. Definitely could have gone towards Adrian College's way, but Static, I mean, he just had a heck of a game throughout that game 4 and being able to make sure that this Monarch team could battle in game 5. And just unfortunate that the Search and Destroy games were really the difference makers and really showing how much of a difference there was with just the 1 life instead of just the respawns, because the respawns could have gone either way, but with Search and Destroy, it was really more of Old Dominion having all the momentum in game 2 and then Adrian building off of their momentum after giving up the first 2 rounds of game 5.
Yeah, the respawns, it's a lot easier to carry that momentum between rounds, between if it's hardpoint, it's just constant. Search and Destroy kind of makes you just sit there and just have to rethink and regroup and regather after every single round. There is no real momentum. I mean, if you get 3 rounds win in a row, 4 rounds win in a row, you can kind of carry that momentum. But I mean, after every single round, it still could go either way. It's not like, you've won the last 3 points on hardpoint. You're just, repositioning good, getting all the correct spots, all the correct gunfights. You can't kind of carry that momentum as easily.
And just kind of a question towards you before I think we'll possibly get an interview with Love, because Love's the only member here at our arena. What is your biggest thing? What is your biggest irk on this ODU team that they really need to work on going into the postseason? Like, is it a mode? Is it really strategies? What is the one thing that this ODU Monarch team really needs to lock in and make sure that they're working on before we get into the postseason ECAC tournament?
I think we just need to play slower. I think all our issues and mistakes just come from when we get too excited. We start getting some heat under our feet and just try and do too much. I think that really lost us that control I think we try to do too much, and I think we lost it because of that. And I think hard points could be the same exact way. I think we can close out hard points. I mean, we saw with the
Both
map
hard
4.
points, yeah.
I mean, I think we just try and play too much. I think we try and play a little too sloppy sometimes and just try and do too much and just fully just go on a rampage. But I don't think we need to play that way. I think we can play smooth, smart, and methodical and close them out.
I'm trying to see if we're getting an interview. Are we getting one? Okay, so we're not getting an interview. So, I mean, kind of just wrapping things up for COD overall this season. They finished ECAC 4-3. Still a positive record. Definitely could be 5-2 if they could have won tonight. They definitely could have won tonight. JMU, that was a tough game. It is what it is with that one. But, I mean, overall, I mean, you got to feel excited for this COD team going into the postseason tournament. Even though they're not going to have the seed that they were hoping to get with a victory tonight or last week, I mean, anything can happen in postseason. Anything can happen. It's just a matter of which team is feeling it, which team is not. And this Monarch team, they could really run the table if they're just locked in and making sure that they're topped on like every little detail in their game.
I think most of the losses that we've had in ECAC have been really competitive. I think the only two that were, I mean, there's only been 3, but this one has been very competitive. JMU was still very competitive even though it was a 3-0. And I think the other one was Cumberland, if I'm not mistaken. But that one was still like, we still almost took maps away from them. We almost took maps away from JMU. I mean, we took maps away from Adrian. And all these teams are either undefeated or really high standing. And I think if you just try and fix the little mistakes that we're making, I think that can go a long way, and we can potentially get a run going.
It'll be very interesting to see how things will transpire. Hopefully we will be able to stream the postseason action of Call of Duty here on ODU Esports. I'm not exactly 100% sure how that's going to work. ECAC might have priority over us, but we'll have to see how things transpire. But if this was the last time for casting COD for at least this semester, it's been a heck of a ride. We wish them all the best going into postseason as we get ready for MW3. I mean, you guys excited for MW3 before we start wrapping it up?
Yeah, I think everyone's really excited for MW3. I mean, you see this weekend, everyone's on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Discord, MW3, 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 MW3. Everyone's running the game battles. I think we're all excited to play MW3. I mean, MW2 is still a questionable game, but we're hoping for MW3.
is everything that MW2 should have been.
We want to try and practice MW3 as much as possible and try and get something going. But everyone's really excited for it and see if we can get something there going.
Yep, so that's going to be it for our stream tonight. That's going to be it for ODU COD as they lose the series 3-2 to Adrian College, unfortunately. It's a great battle from both teams, but unfortunately Adrian College just got the upper hand when it was much needed most. But that's going to be it for tonight's stream. We're going to have another stream tomorrow, which I believe is Rocket League against either Radford University or Eastern Kentucky. Not exactly sure on that. I'm being told one or the other. Schedule tells us Radford. Jonathan told me Eastern Kentucky. We'll figure that out. But we will have Rocket League going on tomorrow night, as it'll be a 7 or 8 o'clock game with that stream. But that's going to be it. I have been your caster, Benjamin Draper.
I've been Matthew Starcher.
We hope you have enjoyed, and be sure to follow us on all of our socials at ODU Esports, or follow us here on Twitch or YouTube at ODU Esports, as we'll be showcasing all of our content throughout all the platforms. And we hope you will enjoy as we are progressing to improve our program going forward, and we hope you will tune in for more of our action coming forward, because we have a lot of postseason action for multiple varsity teams and multiple teams overall in our program that will be showcased here on the ODU Esports stream going forward. So we hope you will tune in for those. But in the meantime, we hope you have a wonderful night. We will see you tomorrow on Rocket League against Radford or Western Kentucky. But in the meantime, have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.